Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in all our lives when we must face an undeniable truth. The way we've been doing things isn't working anymore. The patterns, the habits, the comfort zones, they all need to shift. That moment is now. It's time to change. Change isn't easy, it's uncomfortable, messy, and sometimes even painful. But let me remind you, the greatest growth comes from discomfort. Think about the caterpillar. It doesn't evolve into a butterfly by staying in its cocoon. It fights, struggles, and transforms. Each of us has a cocoon, a state where we've settled for less than we're capable of, but settling isn't living, it's existing. The power of change lies in a single moment of decision. Every transformation begins with a choice to leave behind what's comfortable and step into the unknown. Change doesn't require an elaborate plan or a perfect roadmap. It starts with one intentional decision. The beauty of this truth is that no matter where you are in life, no matter how many setbacks you face, you are always one decision away from a completely different life. Often, people feel stuck in their circumstances because they believe change is too big, too overwhelming, or too far out of reach. They imagine that transforming their lives means they have to make monumental shifts overnight. But that's not true. Change is not about taking massive leaps. It's about taking small, consistent, and deliberate steps forward. One small decision today can lead to a ripple effect, creating momentum that transforms everything. Think about it. The decision to start exercising, to finally apply for that job, to end a toxic relationship, or to learn a new skill. These are the small yet powerful choices that can redirect the course of your life. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment, because perfection is an illusion. If you wait until you feel ready, you may never move at all. The only perfect time to act is now. Many of us resist making decisions because of fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of uncertainty. But let me ask you this, what is more frightening? Taking a chance on change or staying in the same place for the rest of your life? Regret is far more painful than risk. When you let fear control your choices, you hand over the power to shape your life to something that doesn't deserve it. Every great success story begins with someone deciding to do something different. They didn't have all the answers, and they certainly weren't immune to fear, but they made a decision and took action, even if they weren't sure how things would turn out. The truth is, you don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the first step, and the path will reveal itself along the way. Think about the stories of people who turned their lives around. The person who was overweight and decided to walk for 10 minutes every day. That decision turned into running marathons. The single parent who decided to take night classes despite exhaustion. That decision led to earning a degree and building a better life for their family. These transformations didn't happen overnight, but they started with a single decision, a choice to begin. It's important to understand that transformation is not linear. You might stumble, face obstacles, or feel like giving up along the way. That's okay. Progress isn't about being perfect. It's about moving forward despite the challenges. The key is to stay committed to your decision, no matter how small the steps seem. Those small steps will eventually lead to big results. Let's also address the role of mindset in this process. Your thoughts are the foundation of your decisions. If you believe that change is impossible, you won't take action. But if you adopt a mindset of possibility, you'll see opportunities where others see roadblocks. Your beliefs shape your reality. That's why it's so crucial to guard your thoughts and intentionally focus on what's possible, not what's holding you back. Another critical element of making life-changing decisions is understanding your why. Why do you want to change? What's driving you? Is it to create a better future for yourself and your family? Is it to prove to yourself that you're capable of more? When you have a clear purpose behind your decision, it becomes your anchor. On the days when motivation fades, your why will keep you going. Accountability also plays a huge role. Share your decision with someone you trust, someone who will support and encourage you. Whether it's a friend, a mentor, or a coach, having someone to hold you accountable can make all the difference. They'll remind you of your goals when you feel like giving up and celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Lastly, remember that every decision, no matter how small, is a building block for the life you're creating. You might not see the results immediately, but that doesn't mean progress isn't happening. Think of a seed planted in the ground. For weeks it seems like nothing is happening, but underneath the surface, roots are growing, preparing to support the plant that will eventually sprout. The same is true for your decisions. Trust the process, even when you can't see immediate results. You are in control of your life. You have the power to change your story at any moment. It doesn't matter what's happened in the past or how long you've been stuck. What matters is what you do now. One decision can set off a chain reaction that leads to a completely different future. It's time to make that decision. Your future self will thank you. Change is never easy, but it is always possible. The power to transform your life lies in the decisions you make today. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now. Every great journey begins with a single step. And that step is entirely within your control. No matter where you are or how far behind you feel, you are never too late to make a change. The path to a better future starts with courage. The courage to face your fears, to break free from comfort zones, and to embrace the unknown. Yes, it will be uncomfortable. And yes, you will stumble along the way. But every step forward, no matter how small, moves you closer to the life you've dreamed of living. Remember, growth is a process, not a destination. Celebrate your progress, stay committed to your goals, and keep your why at the forefront of your journey. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, and don't be afraid to seek help when you need it. Your story is not finished, and the next chapter is yours to write. Take that first step today, because one decision, just one, has the power to change everything. It's your time. Don't let it pass you by.